I will say this, and I'm gonna set this up right now. If this thing welds aluminum like I think it should, or is going to, I think LiftArc might be making a purchase. So here we go. Can the Fortis 270 weld aluminum with no push-pull gun and no spool gun? That is, without exaggeration, the best aluminum MIG welding experience I've ever had or seen. Before we get into this welder, the folks over at Fronius gave me 3 giveaway packages to give to you guys. So stay tuned later in this video to figure out how you can enter to win this awesome Fronius bag, Fronius welding gloves, and Fronius welding mask. We have 3 of each.
Wait, Tay, how many winners?
There's 3 winners.
3?
3 winners.
We've never done that many before.
I know, and you don't have to buy anything, but I'm not gonna tell you yet. You have to watch into the video. So, let's back up on our experience with Fronius. The first bite was the iWave 235i.
Yep, a few years ago.
Or it was the Magic Wave back then or something, but yeah. Which was a great TIG welder. I think given what we had kit-wise, it left a bit to be desired, but we could have added a flex head attachment and fine-tuned the rest of it, putting gas lenses on it and making the torch itself was a bit big because they put all those amperage controls on there.
Right.
So it required a bit of a different grab. I think me and Aaron at the time were tiny torch foot pedal guys. You know, make the torch as small and light as possible, use a foot pedal. But that machine itself, we didn't scratch the surface on what it could do, but what we did have it do worked great. It was just a good, solid AC/DC TIG welder. It was a good first impression. And it was very thought out and polished. So that happened a few years ago, and then I think the very next machine we got to run was the iWave 500i with the wire feeder, you know, full-on 3-phase machine, push-pull gun, the true ultimate do-everything machine. And we did not just walk into it blind. We had talked with Tracy and Cinnamon and Troy and you and some of the internet, and there's a lot to that machine. And I guarantee you there are many corners of industry that machine has worked hard, people love it, and it makes sense. I could already think, like, if I was welding 1/4-inch aluminum semi-trailers all day or something like that, you would want to just get something that is huge and big and powerful. But the thing about that one I didn't quite understand is it didn't, and it's cool, it was an actual multi-process machine. Like, it did not cut any corners, it did not make any sacrifices. It would MIG steel all you want in any way you want. It would MIG aluminum all you want in any way you want. It would TIG steel and aluminum, AC, DC, stick weld to your heart's content, and it didn't pull any punches. I, though, see that as a problem sometimes. And here I am, like, all the internet wants is the multi-process machine to kill them all, and here I am like, well, it's too many. But maybe it was in the way that it presented all those options and settings that made it hard for me to, like, really understand. And with the right amount of training, of which I had very little, let's be honest, you could probably learn which settings needed to be tweaked in just the right way to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. And what we did with that machine the most was aluminum push-pull MIG welding with the synchro pulse. And we did some big jobs with that, which were real paying jobs that ended up turning out great. But and you know, nothing against Fronius, but from my position, it was sort of hard fought.
Yeah. So the perception was, I guess, a little overly complex.
Like the same reason people love and hate Android phones, they let you into all the backdoor settings. And some people are just going to innately love that or be overwhelmed by that.
I guess the negative perception of Fronius being complex or hard to figure out
Right.
and expensive, I think they've got a winner here, because
So this serves to address both of those issues.
it's easy setup, it's price competitive with all the major brands
Nice.
in the amp range that it's in, and they have several steps in the Fortis line that just get better and better, competing with the equivalent
Cool.
national brands.
Well, that
So-
excites me because again, I'm not a CWI or a welding engineer, but I am a pretty smart guy when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
like electronics and weld. I don't know all the like metallurgy stuff really, but enough to be dangerous and do it for a living. And I'm excited to have something that meets me where I'm at. I think that's what I'm hoping for this machine. It's
Yeah.
like, it rewards me for how much I know, but it doesn't punish me for not knowing everything.
Yeah.
Maybe. So from the first glance, it's a form factor I've never seen before. The screen doesn't look like the back end of a computer. It looks like it was made to be a decent looking graphical user interface with the key points laid out. So I guess, what do you know about it? And let's take us through the sort of basics.
Yeah, so I guess from the beginning, Fortis is being released at Fabtech, which is second week of September.
Which is going on right now, actually.
Yeah.
And we've been keeping this a secret
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this video is coming out the day of Fabtech. So
Yeah.
if you're at Fabtech, Go see the
check it
Fronius
out.
booth.
Yeah. So in the Fortis line, they've got a 270, a 320, a 400, and a 500.
got it.
And as they go up in amperage, they go from compact to tall, is what they call it. And it's got an integrated water cooler
Cool.
underneath it. They make a cart for it that fits the full line.
Right.
And then they, as you get into higher amperages, they have a separate feeder that sits on top, as you've traditionally seen.
Right.
So where does this one stack in?
This is entry level. And so this is 270 amps. On single phase, you get 240 amps, which is still a lot. 240 amps.
It's
at
pretty funny that it's
60%.
entry level because that's
Yeah.
that's
It's a whole lot of MIG welder.
yeah.
And it's also DC TIG and stick.
Cool. And like looks like it's meant to be portable. Two big
Yeah,
handles on the
it's,
top.
I think 73 pounds.
I know you're very strong, Frank, but that doesn't seem very heavy.
Yeah.
So I guess quickly, you've got a fairly standard, I would say, welder interface.
Right.
Buttons, knobs that I imagine click and you can push and stuff.
Exactly right.
You've
So
got
you
your hooks, your polarity switch for stick and MIG and TIG.
That's right.
We'll go through this later, but not touchscreen.
Not a
just
touch
button.
screen.
So I'm sure, being Fronius, which started as a battery company, I'm sure the sub menus are still there, but maybe
Yeah,
you
you
don't
can-
have to go as deep
Right.
to make
Yeah,
it
yeah.
do what you want it
You
to
can
do.
definitely get in deeper. They've got a neat feature over here called the Wizard.
The Wizard.
Hang on, let me get back to there. Where you can set up
Look at that.
joint, which you only got. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. T-joint, welding position. Oh, I see. Flat.
Yeah, that's the position.
Got it. Whoa. Seam geometry.
Yeah.
How thick it is. A dimension. The weld they're calling for.
Yep.
Oh, and a gap. Whoa.
Yep.
Yes, think for me, Fronius.
Well, and keep going. Go to the last where it says recommendation.
Next.
Well, after you push that one. All right, it's giving you a visual of what your travel speed
Whoa.
is. It actually tells you what your travel speed is.
Yeah.
9.8 inches per minute.
Kudos to their graphics.
It's got
department.
everything
Yeah.
set up. It's the Wizard.
Shows you how fast you should move.
Yeah.
So this is all the stuff it recommended. Pulse
Yeah.
at 65 amps.
For whatever joint and position you set up.
And material.
Yeah. So,
Cool. All right.
isn't that cool?
More thinking.
Yeah.
Yay, no thinking. I only need to think about weld.
Yeah.
I weld, it think.
Yep. So what I thought we would start with just regular solid steel wire.
Yeah. Let's make sure it does that part.
Let's make sure it does that. So we're going to use 035.
All right.
So we go pop, 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 like
Yep.
that, and hit enter, we're going to use some 8515 gas.
Oh, nice.
Or no, actually 9010, which is still in that range, or is it? 9010 gas.
Yep.
So we'll say yes. And
9010 because it's pulse.
9010, yes, because
Instead of
you can
75-25?
short circuit with it in standard mode, but then for pulse you need the higher argon.
Got it.
So we'll pulse, we'll do both.
Nice. Maybe we
So-
start switching to 9010.
Yeah. And then down here,
What's this last piece? Universal. I guess.
I
oh
think
yeah.
that's that background that you were
yeah.
talking about. If you
Universal sounds great.
Yeah, that's what I like, universal.
Yeah.
Let's not get overly complicated.
Yeah.
So here, with this knob, you can adjust your amps.
Yep. And it
up
changes
down.
everything
It's
else.
synergic,
Right.
so it all changes together. Or we can go to material thickness
Mm-hmm.
and say,
Oh, so there's a little triangle of icons here.
Yep.
Those are the three that you're changing
That's right.
around. I see.
so we'll say 1/4 inch material. We could do it by wire speed.
Which those all change each other,
It all
but it's whatever
changes
you want to
together.
think about.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And then over here, we
We
have
got
our other options.
Pulse standard. Manual is if you wanted to set the amps and the wire speed, and it would not be.
Back in my day, we
Yep.
used to have 2 knobs
That's
on
right.
it, Frank.
If you want to do it that way, you
Yeah.
certainly can.
They added one more knob. That's too many.
And then there's TIG, MMA is stick.
Stick, yeah. Not mixed martial arts.
Right. CEL is
That's check engine light in the automotive world.
check engine light.
Yeah.
On here, it means cellulose rod.
Right, like 60-10.
60-10, 60-11. Gives you the higher open circuit volts to
Got
burn
So
those
you want to hit
paper
standard
rods.
to start
Yeah,
with?
we'll start with standard.
2-step, just straight up trigger
Yep.
mode.
And that's if you wanted to click it on to weld,
Right.
click it off to weld.
So right now we should be set up to just short circuit weld with ER70S2 or 6,
I think I've got some 3, but yeah,
3.
6.
Straight up A36 mild steel. Just
Right on.
bzz.
Yep.
Okay, I think now would be a good point to mention. We're doing the standard steel just to show it.
Yes.
But what are you most?
Right. We'll just switch up the frame, give people something else to look at. So we're gonna just burn some mild steel real quick because this thing should obviously be able to do that. But the thing I'm the most excited about, and the thing that you guys have seen us struggle with the most, is finding a really good, solid, dependable aluminum MIG welding solution. We've used, HGP has a version, Fronius had a version before this in the iWave 500 that worked great until I ran out of brain power and then it didn't work so great. This, I'm very excited, and I know I say this in a lot of these videos, but if this thing really feels good with aluminum, I would like to look into one of these for the shop because it is a problem that we've been trying to solve for a long time. And it's something that when it works well, God, it feels good. Because I can TIG weld aluminum with the best of them, but that takes forever. It takes a lot of cleaning. It's not always the right move if you're building handrails or light fixtures or whatever, or any industrial repair or quick, something, but you still want it to look good. Also, you can access places with a MIG gun more so than you can with a TIG gun. Sometimes getting the tungsten and
Yeah.
the filler way down in somewhere is a
Yeah.
lot harder than just
Pull the
shooting the
trigger.
MIG gun down in there.
Well, yeah, and you've been experimenting with aluminum ever since 2 years ago with spool guns.
Right.
Yep.
Even from that first Miller spool gun
Yeah.
thing we did, which was fine until it stopped working.
Until it wasn't fun.
That's just what happens. Which you guys would obviously repair if I had
Yep.
bought that
Rick
from you.
fixed it.
Rick did fix
Yeah.
it. What was wrong with it? Do you remember?
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But
it stopped working.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the bad juju here. I'm cursed. But this is what we're doing. We're trying to lift the curse. The Fronius Fortis 270, I thought it was 5. We're hoping the Fortis 270 lifts my aluminum MIG welding curse. That's what we're doing in this video.
there is a wizard.
There's a wizard.
Wizard to lift the curse.
We just figured out the whole premise of this video. Can the wizard fix the curse? Well, you're the wizard for now. So what do we
Okay.
do next?
Well, let's put some wire in. Oh, look, it's got a welper holder
No kidding.
and a little shelf.
Get out of here.
What will they come up with next?
Did you call them whelpers?
They actually make 2 little storage containers that fit on this shelf.
Okay, come on. That is too good.
Oh, there's my welper.
Wow.
You said it lights up on that side.
Yeah.
It makes that little hole. It is the blessed.
That's
Yeah.
was all I could do.
You need some angels singing, and then we're gonna put.
Okay,
Sir,
come see this. The wizard has blessed this roll of steel.
is the wizard, do they, Frank,
it
do
goes
they,
out too quick.
huh? Whoa, there's lights in there. So are you saying they keep the wizard in here? Does he
Yeah, he's
live
in there, yeah.
in here? Dang,
That's right.
it looks a little cramped, but
You have to complete the ritual before you go.
you just rub this like a genie, like a, whatever you call it,
Yeah.
lamp.
Rolling this way.
In nomine Patria et Fortis.
This is an exciting gun. It has controls on the gun where you can go positive or negative. So you don't have to go back to the machine. If you're a little hot, you can turn it.
I'll get some practice coupons.
You look like you're a scientist.
Thank you. Yeah,
That's
put
that.
my glasses.
That black stallion FR stuff. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, but you look like you're a bomb technician, you know, like not to be underestimated. That's the kind of scientist that'll make your car disappear with thermite.
What you got?
So I just got some
Quarter
plasma cut drops, quarter-inch plate,
Okay.
A36 mild steel, nothing fancy. You've got 035 in there with the right tips and rollers. You've got 9010 gas,
Oh,
flow rate.
I'm glad you said that. How do we know we have the right tips and rollers? It's
I don't know.
because it's color coded.
Oh, right.
So you can see they give you the color code here, white for 030, blue for 035 and 040, red for 045. The blue and red are where you're going to be the most. So your drive rolls. Yeah, it sure did.
That's cool. It's like when you reach in the pantry at 1 a.m. for a midnight snack and the light just comes on.
Shining right on the goldfish.
Yeah, 25 or 30.
That's what my dumb monkey brain always set the MIG welder to.
That'll work.
I'll do 30 because argon's never our enemy. It's always
Yeah,
our friend.
It always helps. Oops. Thickness, 1/4 inch.
Great.
So we're good to go.
So
Got
we
it
have
ground.
done no outside thinking. We've gone right through the here's what you should set it at menu.
Yep.
And that's what we've got.
Yes.
So, ooh, I like the smaller size of this.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not huge and dangly, and
And
it
you
really
can-
fits the hand pretty
Like
well.
I was telling him, your thumb can still go there right in the middle.
Yeah,
And you can rock
these
to
are
the
just-
left. And you can do it while you're welding if you're that coordinated.
yeah. I'm not.
Yeah. But you weld a little bit, way that's too hot, so you just go a little negative.
So yeah, that's just a big plus and minus on the top there.
Yep.
Nothing else other than a trigger and the light that I've
got a light.
come to like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tack this 90-degree T-joint on both sides and see if anything jumps out as surprising. You ready? Yep. Here we go. Whoa, that's hot. Dude, this thing is hot.
I've noticed it runs kind of hot. I mean, you set it for the right thickness and it's
274 amps. All right, I'm gonna try to move. Not what I'm used to. It's almost like a spray transfer kind of thing.
Yeah. Turn it down and let's see.
I was just jumping through presets. 180 amps. Yeah, see, I've always found that on these like machines that basically 3/16, little under 3/16 settings, and that was no movement, no oscillation, no circles or whipping, just straight across. That felt pretty good. I feel this on most modern welders now. Past a certain point, it certainly starts behaving more like spray transfer.
Yeah,
It's
when you
quiet,
get,
there's no
'cause
crackling.
we're 24.8 volts now.
Yeah.
Usually 24 is kind of the threshold when you get to spray. And see, that's way up like
27.
So you're definitely,
Now, why is the voltage staying the same as I click through this?
that's a lot of volts.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you change voltage? What if we do this a different way? What if I set it, let's say I'm a TIG guy. What if I set it based on amperage?
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say you could go to the manual mode.
Oh, let's
Then
try.
you're setting volts and Wire speed.
Let's try manual mode. Ooh, and here's what we'll do. We're gonna cross-pollinate here. MIG, steel, 1/4 inch. This is now a nameless welding app. Seems to suggest that with 035, we run 180 to 190 amps and a wire feed. Let's do full manual. Welding voltage, CO2 or argon, so 21 to 22 volts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
1.5 sounds good.
So let's try old school. It even sounds like an older welder,
Yeah.
but it's doing it.
Yep.
Give me a bump on voltage. Go up to like 21 and a half or something. I mean, that is an welder.
It works.
Yeah, I mean, that feels great. It makes sense that manual mode would feel exactly like I'm used to a welder feeling.
Yeah.
And maybe it's stripping away some of its thinking when you do manual mode and it's just giving you
Whatever you
exactly
set
what
it.
you ask for.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know what dynamic is, but we can figure that out later.
It gives you a picture graphic of what it's
Ooh.
doing.
All right, I'd like the weld to wet in a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
And it was at 1.5.
Yeah. So that 1.5, you've got a deeper penetration profile than higher. So it's going to be more wet in on the surface. So let's double it and go to 3.
Sounds better. Dynamic is good. Sort of started to change its characteristics halfway through.
I was giving you a little bit more wire
Oh,
speed.
really?
It sounded like it needed a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he gave it too much.
Okay.
Yeah, 0 smarts. Right there at the end, he started turning it up. That is a spatter machine with no
Yep.
dynamic on.
Well, and looking at the graphic on
Yeah.
it, I think other brands call that frequency. Like lower frequency versus higher frequency gives
Yeah.
you that bead profile
Yeah.
that's either wider and shallow or narrow and deep.
Actually, you know what that symbol is? That's inductance.
Yeah, which is inductance. Yeah.
That's inductance. That's the inverter machine synthesizing a transformer behavior, kind
Yeah.
of. Pyramid. Weld this side, and we're just gonna start at 0.
Yeah.
And by the time he
you
gets
get
to the end, hit
Yeah.
10. Strap in, Tyler.
Pow.
It's a good looking weld, man.
Yeah.
It felt
You're hired.
right through there. And then,
Right
Yep.
at 5.
and then you started getting too hot.
was too
or
much.
I was like, whoa,
The, watching from here without the welding lens, there was like spatter like crazy, and then all that went away.
Yeah.
And it was it smoothed out a whole
So
lot.
put it right in the middle,
Let's try it in pulse.
Ooh,
See
yes.
how that does. Yeah.
which I imagine is one of the things it wants us to do. They wouldn't have done all this. It's the top of the menu, for gosh sakes.
Right.
It's right there.
Well, and that's one of the, I guess, the distinctives of this new machine.
Yeah.
Is it's in that amp range that a lot of machines are from different companies.
Yeah.
It's got the pulse as part of their standard package.
Yeah.
There's other companies with a multi-process package that doesn't have pulse.
Right.
Like you only get the pulse on MIG, or you don't get the pulse unless you buy the pulse machine.
Right.
So it's all part of the package in the same price range.
I wonder now that we've switched over to pulse, if I do this by thickness, see now it's at 177 amps, exactly where I would have set my TIG machine. I want to make a horrible tower of welding coupons. I think the next one we do is right here. Oh yeah, I like it already. Ooh, here we go. All right. I've made it hard for me to get in here, so it's real life. Dang. I mean, all that inconsistency is just me. It's me.
Yep. There was no spatter.
None. Yeah. I think this machine is just so smart that it's like, why are you putting me on caveman settings?
Yeah. Why are you not pulsing?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yep. All right, Tyler, you're up. We're making art.
That is so weird.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love Pulse. Now we're using the technology. Frank,
Yeah.
Frank, this next one's all you. Can you access that one? Yeah. Go ahead. All right. Let her rip. So one thing to note about this, those three numbers on the top of the screen, those change as you weld.
Yeah.
You guys already knew this, that's the first time. But when you stop welding, they lock the numbers. Those were the last readings that
Yeah.
the machine had.
205 amps, 24.5 volts, 500 inches.
Look at that thing cool and it's moving like this.
Hear it.
If you'd like to purchase this welding sculpture, go to liftarcstudios.com. It'll be in our store. It's $599. A tetanus shot not included.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I really want to do like a nice polished start and stop now. I'm going to try really hard on this one. I'm also going to try to do a little bit of movement just to see how it feels.
Oh my goodness.
I will say
That's
this about
beautiful.
Pulse, it's loud.
Angry bees.
Are you noticing that? I'm right in there and I'm like, it's like using them. That's pretty nice, man.
Nice.
I mean, what more do you really look for?
What were you doing? Just moving, stopping?
I was sort of, yeah, it was an old, I heard this tip from an old guy, which are usually some of the best tips. He would not loop or triangle, any vertical movement really. He would just advance and listen for the sound to change as the puddle built, and then advance and listen for the sound.
Yeah.
So it's more of a, it's really what you do when your welder's underpowered. You just sit there and wait for it to develop a pedal, which now isn't really applicable, but that's basically what I was doing. And I wasn't whipping either. I was sort of just going and stopping and going and maybe a tiny bit of reversal, but just going and forward and backward. The only thing about this that I would need to fine tune is our start and stops. Because just like TIG welding, when you got the foot on the floor and you're cruising and you're coming up to the very edge of something, you want to back it off. It's either do bigger tacks on the end to define the start and stop points of your weld, or stop, let it cool a second, and then finish it out, or maybe slow it down.
Get good with the buttons.
Yeah, hold it. Oh, that's right. You can do it while you're doing it.
There's probably a ramp down function in there, particularly
that's,
on the aluminum side.
That's the special 2T.
Yeah.
I remember this from the iWave 500.
Yep.
You get the special 2T trigger mode.
Yep.
You can do upslopes and downslopes.
Yeah.
It'll still only go when you pull it and only stop when you let go, but how it comes on and how it comes off, you can change. 4T is pull, release, it's welding until you pull, release.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's not surprising to me, really, that a welder with this much technology in it isn't sort of optimized for these super stripped down, ultra manual modes. They're there if you need them, but obviously it is going to give you the best result if you use it the way it's meant to be used, which being that pulse is on the top of the menu when you go into the different modes, it's like, hey, right, use pulse, it's right here.
You have to scroll past it.
Yeah, you have to go past the best mode to pick the other modes.
And you can certainly weld in the standard mode or in manual mode.
Yeah.
But you have to.
And in a way that is familiar looking, or even
looks
better.
good.
Yeah. Here, Tyler.
But pulse is just
do a
like
full pulse. You can do a little whip. I just wouldn't do much. See what I mean at the end? It starts to erode that corner a little bit.
Yeah,
God, that's
got all that
nice
heat.
though.
That's
And this is
beautiful.
just heat soaked. The whole part's hot.
Yeah.
So you could speed your travel.
Felt this
Yeah.
glove off.
Did your glove get a little tighter
A little bit, yeah.
as the leather shrinks under the heat? Yeah, it's just mitigating that crater, which who knows, is slow it down, speed it up. But again, I think if we made this part all day long and this was consistent, you do that downslope at the end that brings your heat back.
Yeah.
So you can hang out there for a little longer and fill that crater. Well, we did all this to learn that we love that,
Yep.
which is
Nice.
This actually required the least amount of thinking.
Yeah.
Weird, our best weld required the least amount of thinking. I feel like that's exactly how it should be.
Yeah.
So we've proven that we can weld mild steel.
Yep.
Good job. Good job.
Let's do aluminum.
You know what I want to see. You guys know what I want to see. We're going to take a break, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Frank, tell us a word from our sponsor.
Go to arc3gases.com. Visit your local store. Let me get these on first because it kind of gets in the way otherwise.
This might be one of the coolest welders we've ever test driven. And I say that before seeing the aluminum. I will say this, and I'm going to set this up right now. If this thing welds aluminum like I think it should, or is going to, I think LiftArc might be making a purchase.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
You're going to love the way you look.
Frank guarantees it.
Once you, you got it. There you go. And then
Yeah,
snap.
that deal is the same on that iWave wire feeder. That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
So this whole gun is different.
Yeah, it's the,
Because I noticed this was thread off, not pull off.
right.
Oh, and different.
Yeah. So this gun doesn't have the amperage, voltage, thickness control on
Right.
the gun.
Is it still a Fronius manufacturer?
It's still Fronius, yep. It's just a different gun. I wanted to bring that for a quick switch over.
Yeah.
And so we wouldn't have contamination. And we've
All
got 3/64 wire, which is technically like 047, so we're using the 045 drive rolls.
This is a standard coiled wired
Yep. It's just magic.
liner.
This is magic.
It's
Standard liner. So you could run steel through this, no problem.
Right. It's
so it
the
just
same liner.
So
When
it
we
just,
pull the trigger and hold it and there's no arc, then it goes into jog mode.
yeah, which comes up here. And this is 12 feet,
15.
15 feet.
Yeah.
So here we go. Can the Fortis 270 weld aluminum with no push-pull gun and no spool gun? It
Done it.
says yes.
I say yes. I've done it with 15 foot. I've done it with a 20-foot gun.
Wow.
I've seen it done with a 15-foot gun that's been tied into a pretzel,
Wow.
and it still did it.
Now, is there a way to cheat and use thicker wire to keep it from birds nesting?
That's one thing that we're doing here. We're using 5000 series wire, which is stiffer.
Yeah.
And this is 3/64 wire, but it'll do 035 also.
Got it.
And it'll do 4000 series as well, which is
Yeah.
a little softer.
Which I have. I have a spool of 045 40 series wire,
Yeah.
but this is basically the same.
Yeah. So we need some argon gas.
All right.
We're still on
Right.
70S6 035.
So this is a good lesson.
So we will go. We'll go to this menu.
Yep. Top
here.
menu.
We're using 5000 series aluminum, which is exactly what we got, 5356.
Got it.
So we select that. We've got 3/64, which is
045.
045 essentially. And it says use 100% argon, which we have.
Yeah.
And then it's ready to go. It's in pulse mode. And then if you want to do thickness of material.
Now, I will say this. Yeah, I guess we could try thickness.
Yep.
And then try, see where the amperage ends up, and then we can try amperage first. So let's.
What do you got, 1/8 inch?
That's 1/8 inch.
Oops.
Which is what I need my redemption on. That whole gate we built was 1/8 inch, so.
Yeah. Well, an 1/8 inch has always traditionally kind of been the low point for MIG welding aluminum.
Right.
So technology has advanced. The pulse will help us also.
Cool.
But we'll see where it goes.
What do we think about gas flow for MIG pulse aluminum? I've always been told that aluminum can't get enough argon.
Yeah, you definitely need to have plenty of flow.
30
We're
or
at
40?
30, so in between 30 and 40, we should be fine.
All right.
You're at 30.
All right.
Leave it there. Then.
Let's see.
Okay.
how it
I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to perform well right now.
Everything's riding on this frame.
Yeah.
That was a nervous laughter. All right, so I've got this piece of aluminum, which was a miscut for a project we just did, and then an 1/8 inch strip, T-joint. If I were building a project like this, I would probably stitch weld it. Usually, rarely there's a reason to fully weld aluminum all the way down. So
And you weren't comparing apples to apples. You did that project with the Fronius.
yeah. So I'm gonna tack on each end and then see how it goes. It's pretty sooty.
Let's go ahead and turn up the gas a little bit. What do you say?
At 40 or so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are happening. It's, normally aluminum MIG, you kind of get nervous and you want to move real fast because you're afraid of the heat.
Yeah.
That seems to be managing the heat really
Yeah,
well.
yeah. And I guess one thing to keep in mind too, there's still that tendency to burn back to the tip,
Yeah.
so maybe increase your stick out just a little bit.
Got it.
Or at least when you get to the end, increase
Start
stick out
pulling
before
out.
you release.
Right, so you don't burn back quite as much.
Yep.
It's an interesting green color.
Yeah.
So
That's not so hot.
it's cold,
Yeah.
but the bead is somewhat shiny, satin silver, which
Yeah.
is kind of what you want
That
it to
looks
look like.
Pretty good there, except
Yeah.
for the soot. But
So, this preset setting for 1/8 inch, it doesn't know if it's a butt weld, it doesn't know if there's a gap, it doesn't
Yep.
know if there's a T-joint, which is why you might want to start tweaking things, right? So I would, this is me if I was in a vacuum, I would see that and I'd come over here to the amperage, which I do a lot of aluminum TIG welding, right? And I would say 91 amps is really low for 1/8 inch aluminum. So I would, and again, on a TIG welder, I have a 250 amp TIG welder.
Yeah.
I would set it at 250 and use the foot pedal. But this isn't that. So let's try, it was at 90, let's try 125.
Yeah.
I think what I'm looking for is just for that puddle to establish faster and allow me to
yeah.
start moving.
What?
I'll take it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yep.
That is outstanding.
The soot could just be oxides burning
Yeah.
off. Torch angle can affect soot too if you get too
I
low of an
do
angle.
know you kind of want a lot of push so that
Yeah.
argon goes ahead.
Right.
I want to do it again.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a lot of stick out, a little more push, and here we go. My hand slipped at the end, but that's so good. They did it.
Yeah. Well,
Go, Fronius!
and it's important to look at the cable too. This isn't like
Lab.
what we used to old school try to do. Get it as straight as you can, and all.
Yeah.
It's literally wrapped up.
You've
in
got a
brown.
You got some bends in it. Let's test it.
Ooh, torture test.
Frank has lost it.
Look at that.
I sure hope it works.
You ready? Here we go. Frank said so on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nuts. Nuts.
I'm so happy that worked.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
there's no pull. It's only push. 15
And I didn't have to
feet.
spend 30 minutes in the menu.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Set it and forget it, says Ron or whatever.
Okay, let's also talk about spatter too, because that was a problem.
There wasn't any.
There's
No spatter.
On the prior aluminum MIG
Oh
experience.
God, it was awful. Here's the single worst part of my experience with the Ultra Uber machine that we test drove before, the 500i with the wire feeder. We would get it dialed in and it was perfect. We had this double pulse, synchro pulse thing going on where it was just like stacking dimes, no spatter, great. All right, we're ready for our project. Save the settings, turn the machine off, go home. Come in the next day, spatter everywhere, same settings. Like that was the worst part, is that we were like, what is happening? Same settings, different result. That happened multiple times. I wonder if anyone else, because here's the thing about the 500i, is that machine is so badass and expensive that YouTubers aren't messing with that machine.
Yeah.
That machine goes into industrial facilities and it gets the crap kicked out of it all day probably, and it probably does a great job. So this is actually, I feel like, a very unique opportunity to have test driven that machine, which was set for heavy industry,
Yeah.
and now to be able to test drive this machine, which took probably what they learned from that, distilled it down and simplified it and gave us all the power.
Everybody gets it now.
Yeah,
Not just that high level,
yeah,
expensive.
And you
It's
don't need a crazy gun to do it.
no,
Fortis for everybody.
you're up. You have to
It
experience.
should be. Fortis for everyone.
Yeah, you have to experience this. So like stand back about 3/4 of an inch and do a lot of push, a lot of torch
So
angle.
Tyler, you used that previous Fronius a little bit. For,
Did you use that thing?
Yeah, as well.
It's about right, yeah. Dude. Wow. And here's the ultimate test, right? Look at that. There is some deflection, but there is not that classic, like, you know when you broke through the oxide layer on the opposite side.
Yeah.
When you got it too hot and it liquefied the other face.
Yep.
That is, you poured some heat in there. Look at that fillet,
Yeah.
and look at that. That is perfectly acceptable amounts of deformation. And look, it's still flat.
I want to weld because it's fun. I love it.
Turns out Frank can weld.
Frank can weld.
It does have a green glow.
It does. It's green.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah. I couldn't see because I didn't have my glasses
Dude,
on.
you were
It was
doing
all
some
fuzzy.
starting and stopping. That looks great.
Yeah, I was just doing a little.
Now, do we want to take it off the pulse buttons?
No.
Why would you do that? Before I brought it over here, I did do that, but I was on 1/4 inch aluminum.
Yeah.
1/4 inch dirty aluminum, like
Yeah.
with the zip wheel boogers hanging off of it.
Great.
It was nasty, and it did it.
With not pulse?
Not pulse.
Do we want at least want to see it?
Fine, whatever. All right, so standard, that's all I changed. So all we did was change from pulse to standard. It's at 120 thou thickness. Nothing else really changed. Started cold.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Try that. I mean, once you get heat in your part, it starts to lay in pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
There's that
looking good.
characteristic non-pulse,
Yeah.
DC aluminum look.
Yeah.
Every puddle has all those like ripples in
Yep.
it. Try 150 amps.
150.
That sounded good. Wow, dude.
Ripples.
Non-pulse DC aluminum MIG welding, 0 spatter. And honestly,
Yeah.
very little soot.
Yep. I got one little BB right there.
But it came right off.
Not anymore.
That is, without exaggeration, the best aluminum MIG welding experience I've ever had or seen.
Go Tyler.
It's hot. So for this is where I start to see the benefit of that advanced 2T mode. You could have a hot start
Yep.
when it's cold, and then it levels out,
Yeah.
and then a long down slope.
And it's all
Because
going
the
to
part's
be.
going to heat soak differently.
It's all going to be triggers. You're going to trigger. You're in hot start mode. Trigger. You're in weld mode. Trigger. Slope down.
Yeah.
Trigger off.
Yeah, so that's your advanced 4T.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why that exists.
Yep.
Can we talk pricing? Because I'm ready to swipe my credit card.
So the Fortis 270, just like it is, without the extra gun.
Okay.
But you can run steel, aluminum through the same gun. $4,670. $4,670.
Dude, that's a good price.
You can get a package that has the TIG accessories and stick leads
Yeah,
ready to go. I think that's 51 maybe,
okay.
49, 51.
I'll be honest, the aluminum MIG settings that this thing has that's good enough to buy the whole thing for me.
Yeah. Well, and at that price, nothing like the larger package that includes all the accessories, the power source is the same.
So you could add on, if
can add
I
on.
buy this as the base, we can add on no problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you've got a stick lead that already has a DENS on the end of it, it's ready
You're
to
good.
go. You don't need.
I've got
Fronius
a million of
yeah.
them. Yeah. Okay, great. You made it to the part of the video where we get to tell you about the giveaway. So 3 lucky winners are going to take home this awesome Fronius duffel bag, which has a big pocket on the inside and a front pocket here with some compartments. Put your welding mask, your gloves, make it your field bag if you're a mobile welder, or your gym bag. Just says Fronius, kind of sick. Inside the bag is going to be a sweet set of welding gloves. They look like stick gloves, but they're actually a lot more pliable than that. They're good MIG gloves for sure. They just feel decently thick, but the leather's really, really soft. So I have pretty big hands. They're a little tight on me, so they're probably I would guess they're a good large. And then the piece de resistance, this Fronius Visor Crystal welding mask. So it's a fully auto darkening welding mask. It hugs the bridge of your nose, and it works with me as well. I have glasses and it still works. Pretty cool design, set up to minimize glare on the sides, and it's all customizable with sensitivity, delay, and then a few different modes, auto or manual mode. But pretty nice mask. I'm gonna save the plastic peel for you guys. And there's at least $200 or $300 worth of value right here. And Fronius just gave us 3 sets of each, so we can give away to you guys. Whoa, look at
Yeah,
that
it
rain.
just started. It was sunny 10 minutes ago.
That's nuts.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. The sky.
Nice.
Anyway, head over to liftarcstudios.com/giveaway, and there's about 6 or 7 things on that page that you can do for free. Each one of them gives you an entry, and one of them is enter the secret word. Are we telling them right now what the secret word is?
Well, it'll be hidden somewhere else.
Okay.
It'll be maybe it's in the background behind you, or maybe who knows?
Somewhere in this video, there is a secret word. And if you find it, you can enter it for another entry. But again, no purchase necessary, no cash involved. Do these things.
North
and-
America only.
Huh?
Continental U.S. only.
Okay, been good to know.
Yeah.
This giveaway is valid only for the continental U.S. Sorry for our international viewers. Actually,
Unless you wanted to ship to
if
Canada.
you live
yeah.
in,
Unless you wanted to ship to Canada or something.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
We are only doing this giveaway for the continental U.S. only. Sorry to our Canadian, Mexican, and overseas viewers. That is just to keep things simple. But again, no purchase necessary. No money needs to leave your pocket. Really, we just want to help bring eyeballs to Fronius and our stuff. And the team over at Fronius just said, hey, find a creative way to give this away. So again, liftarcstudios.com/giveaway if you want to enter. Look somewhere in this video for that secret word to get you an extra entry. And yeah, it is September 4th as we're filming this. Fabtech is
The 8th.
Fabtech is September 8th. So you're watching this on September 8th, the day that the Fortis 270 is announced. And that means that, how long are we gonna run this?
Till the end of September.
We'll run the giveaway until the end of September. So you have basically 3 weeks to get entered to win. And then after that, we will draw our 3 lucky winners. We will validate the entries and we will ship you your Fronius gift bags. So head over to liftarcstudios.com/giveaway to get entered. Appreciate you watching. We're excited about our new welder that is definitely going to be home here at the shop. And thank you for watching.
Back to the video.
Back to the video.
All right, thanks, Tay.
Bye. I'm not making anything up. Like, I don't want to say that I'm emotional right now, but I kind of am because, thank you. It finally works. Seriously, having had the experience that I've had with aluminum MIG welding, I would say that it is a little more broad than most people's experience with aluminum MIG welding, having test drove 3 Fronius machines, Miller machines, Miller spool guns, HTP machines, all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's a big swath of aluminum MIG welding options that we've run at length in this shop.
Right.
And they each claim to be the best thing that's ever hit the market. It's gonna be easy, you don't have to think about it. And some of them feel that way, and then we have to change settings, and then we lose the magic, or it's too complicated in the first place. I kid you not, this was the first machine in the long lines of machines that has not caused me physical pain or emotional stress to weld aluminum and steel with a MIG gun, and it wasn't even push-pull.
Nope.
And we tied it in a knot.
Yeah.
So I can be myself
Yep.
and succeed
Real world.
with this machine. I don't know what more you guys want to see or hear. I, as a 20-year veteran in welding, am genuinely blown away with this machine. And I want one. I think you should want one because 1/8" aluminum is extremely ubiquitous in the custom signage, architectural, and art space. And if I recommend learning how to TIG weld in general. It's fun and rewarding, it's challenging, and it opens up a lot of doors. But if you are just making aluminum weldments within this thickness range, which I imagine most people would be if they're anywhere close to this industry, this is a set it and forget it thing. Almost everything we do is 1/8" aluminum, and it's fillet joints.
Yeah.
And that was bang on out of the box. But this isn't just gonna sit there and collect dust when you're not welding aluminum. You flip it over to the steel setting, you turn the pulse on, and you're just as happy, if not happier, than a standard short circuit machine that doesn't have pulse. And pulse is not an optional upgrade. It's
built
already in
Yep,
here.
It's part of the package.
And they take all the fancy tech in the machines of past and distill it down and put a pretty layer on top of it so we can understand. It looks like a speedometer from a sports car. I like sports cars. It's awesome. Right now, as you're watching this, unless you're watching this way after the release date, Frank has flown on an airplane for the first time to be at the Fronius booth at Fabtech, which is in Chicago. So if you're near Chicago, go to Fabtech, seek out
I
Frank.
might be there.
They will be unveiling this machine, probably doing demos like they usually do. But it is now available online, arc3gases.com.
We have stock in literally every store.
Yep.
So go to your local store, set up a demo with the
Dude.
rep there.
Do a demo.
Yeah.
You will not be sorry. Operators are standing by. There's a whole half of our audience that does not remember those commercials. $4,600 for the base machine, which is not a stripped down, lightened
No.
version.
That's this machine. That's what we've welded with today. An extra, if you threw in an extra gun, you're $200.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have priced these this, by all intents and purposes, is a multi-purpose machine, multi-process machine.
Right.
Obviously, the MIG is what is
Yeah.
touted, and that's what I would use it for.
Right.
It's just the ultimate MIG welder. But technically speaking, it's a multi-process machine. And in this realm, the 220 to 300 amp realm, you have offerings from all sorts of other companies, some of which I've test driven, and 4600 puts it at or just below some of those machines once you kit them up to
Oh, yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
This is not marketing BS. Like this is really how it stacks up against the competition.
Yeah.
Big red, big blue, big green, big gray. It's going to be really, really hard to get that much welder for 4,600 bucks.
Yeah.
So a sub $5,000 welder that will, let's be honest, let's be transparent. That aluminum gate that we built for a customer, that was a $20,000 job. This is 4,600 bucks.
Yeah.
Are you in or are you in? This thing's going to pay for it.
It would have been a faster job.
It would have been twice as fast had I had something this good.
Yeah.
I'm sold. Hopefully you guys are too. Again, look into it or don't. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do, but in a non-biased way, I am genuinely excited about this machine. So thank you to ARC3. Thank you to Fronius. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah.
Go click on the things right here. They're on screen, they're down low. Click on all the things and go see Frank and Fabtech.
It's nice seeing Tay smile after MIG welding aluminum.
Yes, it's nice to smile after MIG welding aluminum.
All right.
I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap too.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.